Hi, Abru.
Hey, are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Good. We're waiting a few seconds. Our guest will join. It should be David. We know him for quite a long time, from even from the last bull market. David is from Ludex AI, and someone from Chain GPT should join.
Yeah,
In the meantime,
it's exciting. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why I hear myself two times. Not that I don't like to hear my voice, but yeah, you can start. I will just try to figure it out.
okay. So as mentioned today, we have Ludex AI and Chain GPT. Adam from Ludex AI. Actually, he's from Canada, and the reason why he wanted to join our broadcast so much is because I showed him that on X around 15 to 20%. Hey Adam.
Hey guys, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
with
well.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay,
hi
I
Adam.
guess this is really cool. By the way, guys, this Riverside Studio. I've never seen this before, but I have an echo going on. I don't know how to.
Just a sec. Do you have open like the streaming on in a browser window?
One sec here, guys. Apologies for this.
No worries.
We don't hear you now.
What about right now? Is that better?
I don't feel don't hear an echo. Do you hear, Victor?
Uh, yeah, but yeah, let's see how bad it is.
Turn, turn. Are we live right now? Like, is there
Yeah.
people?
It's bad.
Sorry, guys. Here, let me turn off my camera and I'll mute my mic and I'll let you guys take her away here.
Yeah. So I was mentioning before that Adam wanted to join it because uh, we have around 15 to 20% of our impressions on X from Canada, and he's from Canada, and he was very excited to talk to his fellow Canadians.
Nice. Yeah, I think if we talk like one at a time and with our mics muted, it's okay. But
Okay.
for me now, it's good. I don't know how is it for you.
Yeah, I don't hear any echoes. Maybe in the stream someone is hearing. I don't know if someone could tell us.
Okay. Um, Adam, feel free to join, but just unmute your mic and mute it back when you don't talk.
So yeah, let's do a small introduction, maybe like tell us about a bit about yourself and if you want to say a bit about the project you represent, like Ludex AI and so on.
Yeah, for sure. First off, guys, like, thank you so much for having me. And I was like super surprised about the Canadian audience. Absolutely insane, man. It's so interesting because I've been working in Web3 for such a long time. I very rarely come across Canadians. It's been about 7 years for an introduction. I've done a lot in the space. I've worked with a lot of big names: Algorand, Near, Cello, Terra. I don't know if Terra is a good one to say anymore, but I promise I didn't have anything to do with the depagging. Harmony is in there as well, Ledger. Basically, I do a lot of different things for these guys, but right now I'm focused on Ludex. I'm the chief operations officer there. Basically, we allow people to create games in an AI through AI. It's similar to Chat GPT, Basically, you just type in a little some prompts, and our product builds a game for you. Where it's different from like Remix and sort of our other competitors is the fact that we can pair these games with an instant token launcher. So if you think about it, like you think about those endless runner games like Temple Run, those coins, that you collect, they're actually worth something in Ludex verse. It's really interesting. Not only that, it gives creators the ability to monetize, what they've created. Yeah, we have lots of alpha to drop for you guys as well. I'm really excited to be here, and thank you so much to Satoshi Club. This is a massive step for us. Yeah, very glad to be here, guys.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, Dmitry, you hear me well?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
So, Victor, you are more from us. You are more into the AI stuff. You understand them better, study them more. So, what do you think about this? Like writing a prompt in an AI app, and it will create a game for you.
Well, it sounds good. I mean, uh, it's nice. I'm curious to see. I haven't tested it yet. I just browsed right before our call. I'm curious to see exactly how much it can do and um, how complex the games can be. Because for a lot of vibe coding apps and AI developed apps have this issue that they are good for a prototype, but they are not good enough to go to a lot of people and go into mass production. Maybe Adam, maybe you can tell us more about that. How good are the games that people are developing?
Absolutely. That's a wonderful question too, right? Hopefully one day, we can build like full-fledged legacy games, but right now, like it's just super casual, like we're talking like like anything that you can pretty much imagine through like an endless runner, probability fair, which is like absolutely crushing on the internet right now.
Mhm.
Things like that. In the graphics, we use 3JS, which were a lot of AI-based prompt games. They're not using 3JS. Basically, it just creates the game in 3D. A lot of the vibe coding games,
Mhm.
software products. They don't allow, the creation of 3D. So, that's sort of where we're at. But I'm hoping in the next 2 to 4 years of development, and where people push AI, we'll be able to like fully create legacy games. It's going to be a lot, but I can definitely. How can I think like Temple Run? Think like a Frogger. Think like um, uh, chicken crossing the road, like those types of games right now. And you're probably sitting there going, "Oh well, why would I want to play these games?" Well, you know, they, I hear you, man. And the thing is like we would like to, give engagement to certain communities. That's the biggest
Mhm.
thing. Like, we can fully brand these games, for people's communities, right? So, we could type into a prompt and say, hey, create me a Satoshi Club game, using the Satoshi Club logo. And, you guys can fill in the blanks from there. And, you guys could have your own community game. You could pair it with your own community token. Very good for giveaways, very good to keep people active in communities. And not only that, we pair it with a live leaderboard, that's tracked on wallets. So, it's on chain. It's very, very easily integrated through API. And it's super fun. I'm really excited, for people to get onto the live beta here.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I'll certainly try it, and I'll give you feedback with everything that went well and what needs improvement. Um, okay, so usually we have an open conversation during these Twitter Spaces. We talk about interesting and important events that happened during the last 7 days, the last week. And then we try to bring in some interesting topics and ideas to discuss as well. Yeah, Dumitru, do you want to start with what interesting stuff?
Yeah, just a small question. Uh, did you have any clues before the Terra collapsed that it will collapse?
That is an Goodness. Um, no. So like basically, I did a lot of ecosystem development for them at the start and a lot of content creation. So basically, it's like um, who can build on our technology and the creation of content. I had nothing to do with the underlying sort of technology and sort of the creation of Terra USD. But there was no really warning signs. That crash in the market, like when it did depeg and Bitcoin, I believe went down like 30-40% that day. It really sent a panic into the market, and it just shows that cryptocurrency is it's super volatile, and yeah, it was there was not really any warning. It happened really quickly.
Yeah, it's a shame because if you would have known, maybe you could done something about this.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, yeah, let's start. Maybe with the broad prediction. Arthur Hayes is well known for making predictions. Some of them very optimistic, I would say, but still. So like all of the previous cycles ended in Q4 or the post halving year, right? So we are entering Q4 soon. So probably, who knows? Maybe it can be different right now, but um, probably we'll have a Q4 top, right, of the cycle. But he's saying that he predicts that this cycle will go to 2026 because global money printing. Victor?
I was just thumbing up,
Okay.
going into
Yeah,
26.
going uh, the top of this cycle going to 2026 because of global money printing will extend the cycle and Fed policies of quantitative easing and so on. So he's very optimistic. But he was very criticized by all in the markets, but many influencers in the market and analysts because he is okay. Some traders, some new people in the space might get overhyped and not take profits when they have to, maybe in late Q4 and go into Q1 of the next year and yeah, lose their profits basically. So what do you think about this? And more than this Arthur Hayes prediction, do you think the history will repeat again and we'll have a bull market cycle top in Q4 this year and then go into a bear market next year?
yeah. Sure, I can take it. Sorry, I thought this one was open for Vic, but man, it's so funny. These predictions. Like I remember back in the day, when I first got my feet wet into crypto, that's all I wanted to talk about was predictions and price predictions and where my bag's gonna go. Very interesting to say the least. Like I'm not saying it's bearish right now, and I'm not saying it's fully bullish, but we're sitting on a very interesting time in Web3. That's for sure. The market is just it changes so quickly. A lot of early investors and VCs, they're still trapped in some crazy token investing schedules. It really, how do I say it, negates the deployment of capital into Web3. So, I think we're going to need a lot of foreign or outside Web3 investment to come in here and to bring this market up. Those ETFs certainly help big time. I'd like to see a lot more movement of that. But I hope it's all systems go. We are all in Web3 here, so I mean, a nice bull market coming up in the next year would be amazing. But yeah, I'm just looking at some indicators, see what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm kind of on the border of that. But I'm very curious, to what Vic and Dimitro have to say about this.
Yeah, I wanted to go to 2026 and 2027 as well, but I'm okay with 2026 only. Look, it didn't really feel like a bull market. I mean, BTC went very good and I mean, some other projects as well, but we didn't see a bunch of new projects. Like we didn't see the hype that comes with with new ideas. We didn't see the big scams and rug pulls. It kind of it wasn't that fun as as the rest of bull cycles. Um if it ends, one of the big uh, forces that I'm thinking about is that everyone is expecting it to end or to top in Q4, and this is a force that might influence the length of the cycle as well. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure if the new money and the retailers, or I don't know exactly what new dynamic will happen in the next couple of months, if it's enough for it to override the expectation that everyone basically in crypto has, that it must stop at the end of Q4. But then again, we should have like an exception from the rule. Maybe that's the first one, and we'll have a cycle that is longer than 4 years. Dimitru, over to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that everyone is expects it top in Q4. I mean, a lot of people now are talking about a super cycle like that. Everything changed, new money is coming, ETFs, blah blah blah, and it will go up forever and ever. But I would say, yeah, it's a possibility. Of course, everything is possible, especially in crypto. But no, until it's not broken, don't try to fix it. So until we still have the 4 year bull cycle, 4 year cycle actually for crypto, and until proven otherwise, I will believe in this cycle. If now it will be different, okay, I will reanalyze my priorities, my analysis, and say, okay, it's different. But until then, why expect different outcome? This is my opinion.
100%. Sure. What sort of indicators do you look at, man? I'm very curious to how you get down on your tech, sort of your analysis.
Yeah, I'm not using like no trading indicators like for daily trading, but especially let's say for broader market analysis, like Bitcoin index metrics or social media metrics like attention for crypto, and some other stuff. Bitcoin dominance, of course.
Yep.
Uh, it should go down, altcoin season starting, and so on, and then we go down. Okay, this is usual stuff, but none of them is yet there where I expect them to be. So I'm still holding tight and hopefully waiting to get there. Like the social media metrics at lows, at the bear market lows, even lower than that. So
It's funny you say that, Will, because that's if you look at sort of the chart, they coincide together. The activity of social media in Web3 and the keywords coincide with the actual trading chart. At least they did until I stopped looking at it. But very interesting metric, man. That's it's really cool that you look at that.
yeah, yeah. I try not to look at small. I mean, small things, not small, I would say, but they are useful if you do day trading. If you do like trading for years, you have to look at bigger metrics than this, which lasts for longer periods of time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will try to leave and rejoin. Maybe the echo will disappear.
Okay. Whoa, no echo. Okay, Adam,
Yes, sir.
let's talk a little bit about interesting stuff that happened that you saw on your feed in the news about about the market in general, and yeah, maybe something
Absolutely.
specific that you want to add.
Yeah, for sure. What an interesting time in Web3, man, to say the least. It is, how do I say it, harder than ever to raise money. It's harder than
Yeah.
ever to vet your project socially. It's harder than ever to, do business development. It's very difficult to do Web3 now from a project standpoint. It's just it's ever evolving. For instances, back in 2020, let's say Dimitro and Vic, our lovely venture capitalists, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting a project. I could come in here and say, "Hey guys, here's a cool PowerPoint," and have some good charm and the ability to talk. And then Vic and Dimitro would go, okay, well, here's 7 million. It just doesn't work like that anymore in Web3, which is crazy. I wish it did, but we're seeing the bad effects of it. That's probably the craziest thing that I've noticed. Since I've started, it was the gifting of money, in this industry before. Now you really have to earn it. So, man, it makes for like a really interesting grind, to say the least. You really need to focus heavy on your product. That's a big thing is where, back in, 2018, 2019, everybody was sold a dream. Not too many people had a live product out there, which made things like
Sometimes that was a liability, if you had
yes, yeah,
you could kill your
The
the
dream of
dream of
others
others with
with
bad
bad
app.
app.
yeah. It was a crazy time, to say the least. Some people are still paying for that. But we've bootstrapped the entire thing so far because we knew that this would happen. We have our product live, which is huge. Where it's like the complete opposite of Web3 back in the day, where it was, we're gonna have our test net coming out in a year. It's just a completely different time. We focused on development and our community building and strategic partnerships are coming up next. But that has to be the interesting time. I've literally been on calls like this with VCs and projects in the past. And people would just literally pull up a cool PowerPoint and they'd flex 7 million on them. It's just insane. But I wish it still happened, but I kind of don't at the same time. So yeah, that's it's Web3 is insane right now.
You wanted to add, Dimitro?
I'm trying to fix this. Do I still have echo?
I'm not sure. Uh, it sounds okay.
Oh, cool. Yeah, of course, man. What happened last bull market was insane. Like a dream or something. I don't know. Maybe it was a once in a lifetime thing.
I think so. I don't think we'll ever again. There's a lot of people still paying for that, but it was fun. We traveled back in the day. We did everything. I never have left Canada until Web3, so very blessed for that. But now we're working hard, staying home. Just had baby 3. All of my babies are crypto babies. So, they'll be learning this. They'll be joining the Satoshi Club communities. They'll be keeping their ear to crypto Twitter. That's how it's going to be. They're going to live and breathe it. So, we're super excited over here. But yeah, man, this market is insane. And like, I can only imagine, how, the structure and sort of the development and, where, this goes in the next few years. So yeah, definitely blessed to be in here.
Yeah, next few years might be. We already are seeing this. Let's say, being more mature, more capital, more institutions, so no more chaos like we had before, Wild West and so on. So we are becoming more mature every year, with more money coming in, with more institution coming in. So it'll be getting, let's say, boring if you compare it to the last cycles we had. Less upside, less downside, more stable, and so on. Capital concentration in a few projects, and maybe in the first 2 or 3, maximum 5. The rest, majority will just disappear. Yeah, this is what we'll have in the future. Boring crypto market. But yeah, we've been here from the beginning almost, so we have seen all the ride.
We're getting more boring as well, so that's
Yeah.
all right. It's kind of in line with life.
So guys, we are 1 day away from October. Do you think October is coming or not? Or it'll be a Rectober?
That doesn't sound good. Well, I hope it's October, and I hope the bull market goes to 2026, if I can choose. Yeah. Uh, either way, either we have a super cycle or we have a regular cycle. I think everyone expects the next month, the month that's coming, to be bullish. And yeah, we've had like a steady, maybe not bearish, but like steady September. So October should be more fun to watch. What do you think? You're the big trader in our group, Dumitru.
I'm not a trader. I'm a hodler. But yeah, yeah. September was like it was supposed to be, red one. So nothing unexpectedly happened here. I was expecting a pullback. I was talking to you even like in the end of August when Ethereum was 5,000. I was thinking to sell some and to buy back at 4,000 in September. And I specifically said this number, like it will go below 4,000, most probably, like a 20 to 30% pullback. And it actually happened. So it's okay. And I'm expecting a very good October. Hopefully it will happen. I'm cautiously optimistic, of course. It always happened before, but who knows? I mean, we don't know the future. We don't have a crystal ball. But hopefully it will happen like it's supposed to be. And we have very happy faces during next month.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the news. Uh, Dumitru and I usually walk through the news and select the ones that we find the most interesting. And the first one that I've found was that we'll have SEC approve the first index-based US crypto ETF. So an ETF that will be comprised of a bag of coins, and they are talking now about BTC, ETF, Solana, XRP, and Stellar Lumens. But yeah, it's a first, and I think it's an instrument that will be easier to use for people that are not into crypto yet, but want to jump on board with all the hype and gains, and they know about Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, but for the rest of the market, that's not. I mean, it yeah, it's an interesting instrument. I think that will bring more liquidity to the market. Uh,
100%. I mean, people who don't know crypto, even people who don't know crypto, like they just don't have the time to research and to see like where to invest, where not to invest. And in the stock markets as well, like you don't know which one to choose. You just buy S&P and just wait, and this will be the same here with crypto. People just buy some indices, indexes like this top 10 crypto or whatever it will be, and you just hold it, and you're exposed to the upside, and you're not so exposed to the downside if one crypto goes down. So it's perfect for normal retail investor. It's perfect, like who don't have time to research and so on. It's bullish.
okay. Adam, what do you think about this instrument and about maybe for your project? I think you need a lot of retailers in terms of like people that are just regular people. Yeah, this might intersect with your core users as well.
Uh, yeah, it's this is a tough area, like if we get rid of the volatility, we're probably going to lose the degens, right? It's that simple. If we make it a safe place, we are going to lose it. Our strong community degens. These guys who are just throwing around bags for no reason at all. So it makes it a little bit tough. But in terms of like growth and like comparing ourselves to other industries. We definitely do want it. It's that simple. We like Dimitri said, like, you know, uh, the crypto market is 24/7 at the end of the day, right? It's I remember back, when things were very volatile. I'm setting alarms in the middle of the night, to check my holdings and stuff. Especially when there's certain indicators happen. It's a pardon my language, but it's an effing nightmare. It was a lot. Like it put a lot of stress on me and my family. And sometimes you'd set a stop loss order, and it'd be so volatile, like it would just slam through it, and you're stuck, and it's like, holy shit, what do I do now? But you can't really like. It was really fun. Don't get me wrong. It is a little nerve wracking, but that's not healthy. At the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Like we're trying to have a healthy industry here, and I think it is a good thing for it.
Yeah, you were mentioning, and I keep thinking that we're getting older. We just we just break the market together with our we make it more like to us.
100%, man, and that's exactly it. And there still be the opportunities, to find those hidden gems and to find those cryptocurrencies that are, gonna rock it. Like they'll always be there, but to the extent of that like people going on and in buying these the coins from like Pump Fund and all those places, like how do I say this, it's a you know a very interesting time, right? We have Pump Fund and indices in the same you know industry, right? So it's there's a lot of weeding out that needs to be done in Web3, for sure. But
Yeah.
I think it's a great start, and I think it's one of those things like my mom and my dad, right? Like they don't. My dad thinks it's fun to buy Solana meme coins. My mom thinks it's a crazy idea, right? She looks at it and she's
Your dad is cool if he knows how to
yeah,
flip coins.
he loves it. Yeah, he absolutely loves it. But my mom looks at it, right, and my dad's showing my mom these pictures, the little avatars of these meme coins, and she's like, "What the hell is this? Like, why are we spending money on that? Why are we buying this?" Right? So,
Where
uh,
where
it,
is my pension?
exactly, right? So, that's the state of Web3
Yeah.
at the moment. It's absolutely insane, right? So my dad's buying little characters and little avatars, and at the same time we're talking about indices. So I think it's great. I think having all these avenues in Web3 for people to either feel secure or want to play around is pretty healthy. So yeah, it's a very interesting time.
Okay, thank you. Dumitru, over to you. Tell us what you found interestingly in the markets.
Found a couple of things. Czech government Bitcoin scandal. If you didn't hear, like one of the Czech ministry, actually Czech Ministry of Finance, accepted a massive anonymous Bitcoin donation worth millions, and it sparked an ethics scandal of potential money laundering ties. Investigation revealed ties to crypto whales. So it's not clearly yet what's happening there. And yeah, that Czech Republic also was thinking about adding Bitcoin as in their treasury,
Yeah.
gold. So it's a very open country to talking about crypto. And yeah, what I think is that this scandal might be a downgrade, or let's say hurdle into the central bank effort to add Bitcoin to its reserves. Because yeah, people are talking now about not about how great Bitcoin is, but we're talking about money laundering and the politics involved in it. And what else? Yeah, do you know like Jack Dorsey's BitChat? Decentralized
Yes. But
social media.
it doesn't use internet, uses Bluetooth to that app.
And like in Nepal, right? Or I think they overthrow the government with BitChat. I mean, they closed the internet, they closed Twitter, they closed everything, but they were using BitChat.
Nice.
And now it's happening again in Madagascar. During protests, the government again shut down, I don't know if the internet, but like social media and stuff. And people are using Jack Dorsey's app, BitChat, to communicate and to coordinate, and really interesting. But at the same time, do you think like BitChat is really have potential to become viral, or it'll be used just during protests and around the world?
Well, I think Jack Dorsey is an OG, and he's always thinking about building cool and useful stuff, not necessarily stuff that would appeal to masses. I'm not sure that this app would be highly popular, but it's already done a lot of very. I mean, it allows people to have more freedom of communication, which is already good, and maybe it will be an option or like a functionality of the apps that we already have. They might want to look better in the eyes of their users, like we are exactly as the encryption in messages came. It didn't came by default on WhatsApp. It came only because Signal was getting traction and they saw that people want encrypted messages. Yeah, I I'm not sure that this app would grow, but this principle of developing products that are maybe that use the network effect not to connect and to collect data, but to communicate. And because he started from a first principle, like why do we need this app? We need it to communicate. Okay, what does this mean? We need to send messages. Okay, how can we send messages? uh, we can send messages via internet. Okay, what if internet doesn't work? We can send via mobile data. Okay, mobile data doesn't work. What else? And he went to the I don't know how to put it, to the least um, to the option that they could send these messages that is least controlled by a government, because they can't really. I mean, of course they can in a way use devices that would mess up with this communication, but it's not that easy as to just shut down the antennas from the electricity, and you don't have internet and you don't have mobile connection as well. So yeah, I like the idea and the principle. I'm not sure if it will be hugely popular.
Have you used it yet, Vic?
No.
No. That's one thing. Great question. Is it going to be just a protest? My everyday life, I don't have a need for it at all. Very cool concept though. Communicating without the internet is a big deal. Be really interesting to see where it goes. But now it's decentralized, but it operates over Bluetooth mesh networks. Um, I'm still not even really understanding that. If one of you two guys could help me understand that, that'd be amazing. So basically, I have a phone, and it gives off a Bluetooth signal, sort of like an AirDrop, right? Sorry, not an AirDrop. What's the when you send files from each phone where somebody's in the same room as you? Um, I can't remember what it's called, but
Infrared, AirDrop,
yeah, yeah,
infrared,
yeah, yeah, things like that. So
or Bluetooth as well.
So, how does that? I don't even really understand how that how it works, Vic. Basically, if I'm in the same vicinity as you, I can connect your device, and me and you can send messages. Is that?
Look, I'm not sure exactly how it works, but
Yeah.
it would operate. I would guess it's if you have the app and you give it permission to send and receive traffic, it would operate as a node, as an antenna, and everyone that has the app is like a node on their own regard, and then it goes from phone to the recipient. It's like a decentralized network. And what's interesting in this app, Dumitru, it's cool that you mentioned it. I was thinking about the pin projects. They're not very hyped now, but there was at some point like an interesting trend in crypto, decentralized infrastructure in a way. And yeah, this is something that fits that trend, like a truly decentralized network.
Do you know the range? Like how close should I be to the next recipient?
Yeah, it's things like I'm trying to understand that as well. So these are great questions. It's really interesting.
People in the same place because they're close to each other and they can communicate easily by phones. But when you're at home and I'm at home, it's basically impossible, I think. But I'm not sure it's like this. Maybe
Yeah.
figure out something.
Look, if everyone that has the app is a node, then whenever you get in reach with someone that has the app, you get kind of get access to a node. So you should be like close to other people, but not really like not a few meters. I'm not sure exactly what the range is, but it's not the range between me and you. It's the range between me and the next available app. I would guess. I mean, that would make sense. It would be cool to be like that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I didn't know that. This is like really cool. Like I'm doing a little side research on it right now, and very interesting. And you know, we have a. It's funny you say that. We have a guy from Nepal on the Ludex team, um, and you know he's right in the middle of it. He sent over some pretty cool pictures and videos. So you know, shouts out to them guys. You know, fighting for what they believe in. You know, we can only stand by, right, and support him. But very interesting, you know, how technology comes into play and, you know, is able to help these people in, you know, certain ways. So, yeah, very, very cool. And, you know, keep fighting the good fight to the Nepalese people.
Okay, I found something. So BitChat uses Bluetooth mesh networking to extend its range beyond the single device's standard Bluetooth range. And it allows messages to hop from one device to another. It's like we had, you know, the postmans that went with their horses from one stop to another. So each phone is a stop, and it can travel up to 300 meters. Yeah. So yeah, it's not really like a WhatsApp app. It's more like a walkie-talkie in a way. It's designed for regions where people can't communicate openly and freely, I think.
It's like a short range radio, you know, like you have in military or something.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I have a story here which happened this week. It's a bit drama and but with a happy end. So a Latvian crypto streamer, Rastalan TV, battling stage 4 cancer, had his wallet drained of 32K in treatment funds via phishing scam during a live stream. Yeah, basically exposing vulnerabilities to hot wallet security. But the community, and this is the happy end, of course, the community rallied impressively, and they raised even more money that he had. With figures like who was here, Alex Becker donating all the money he lost, and other communities, other people from donating to this guy to help him fight cancer. Yeah, hopefully he'll be more careful in the future though, with with handling his crypto.
Yeah, it's
So what else?
this is special about crypto. That when there is a real community, then you really see the benefit of this whole ecosystem. And yeah, in this case, we saw the good part of having these communities.
Yeah, it's very interesting. You know, I wish something like that would have happened to me. I've gotten scammed and hacked a couple times in Web3. I was an ex KOL, which is fairly, you know, I know, kind of cliche, but you know, I used to write content for people. And you know, one day a Web3 game came to me and said, they said, "Hey, Adam, can you come and review our game?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely, that'd be great." So I downloaded their client, and before this, I vetted their entire project. I went to their Discord, I went to their Twitter, blue check mark, everything like active community. Like they made it like this was like a really high end, operation. So, anyways, I downloaded the game client, and then my mouse just started moving on my screen, like it was, it was a Trojan horse. So they took over. Yeah, they drained my wallets.
But
They even changed my legacy email and my Twitter. It was crazy. I still can't get that Twitter account back today. It's at herbsyweb3. It's pretty insane. But it's funny you bring that up, Vic, that and Dimitro, that story. That's and I don't. I think everybody's going to have to run into it at some point, in order to learn. Like I can only imagine. Vic, there's definitely a time that you've tried to been tricked or was
of
tricked.
course,
Yeah, absolutely. And
very
Dimitri,
often.
it's the same with you, man. I'm really interested, to hear a couple of these stories if you guys have them. I think they're good for people to hear, and not only that, good for a good chuckle.
Yeah, I let Dimitri take this one. He's good with stories like that.
Yeah, fortunately, I'm not downloading this kind of things on my laptop, and the main advice would be don't. If you have something of value on your laptop, don't ever download something you're not sure about it. I don't know, use a second device maybe if you're lucky to have one. Use a second device, which is basically nothing there, where you can test stuff. You can just download it there and absolutely test it there. They can come with their Trojan horses. They wouldn't find anything. But we have been scammed, not by these kind of scams, but by high sophisticated, like actually people are still there, public figures, but investing in crypto projects. Like, yeah, very good people there, VCs, I don't know, experts in the US, New York, stuff, going to the conferences. Look legit, but yeah, at the end they weren't. So this kind of scams we encountered, basically. And regarding this, phishing attempts and so on, never ever let someone get access to your laptop. Don't download fishy stuff. Just don't. Use a secondary device.
I wish I would have re-looked at that client that I downloaded big time. It was a pretty big wallet, but fortunate for our guy, battling the big C. Is able to get his community to rally behind him. It ain't easy for that. It ain't like that for everybody. So, that's awesome to see the community. I'm very interested in that story as well. If you can send me the link over, Dimitro, on a Telegram, I'd love to check that out a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if there is something else that it's worth mentioning and talking about. So Tether is exploring a 15-20 billion raise in capital with a valuation at about 500 billion. I'm not sure what they want to do with this money, but yeah, if they can, why not? Yeah, in my research, that's about it. So not a lot of stuff. Dmitry, you have anything else on yours?
Not only Tether, even Hyperliquid launch of USDH and Aster then going down because of this. PayPal launching crypto peer-to-peer
Why did that
transfer
go
with
down?
it's competition, of course, and it's direct competition with Aster Zone stable or something. And yeah, it's will join liquidity allegedly from BNB. PayPal's crypto peer-to-peer transfer, so they actually allow users to send BTC if via text or DM without fees. Sounds good, right?
Yeah, very
But
good.
they still don't own, of course, BTC. It's owned by PayPal.
How do we do it?
How
Or
do you send crypto among users in an exchange? You don't actually move them; they stay in the same wallet, but they're just showing you the numbers in a different user's account.
okay.
And yeah, what else? Nick Szabo, maybe? Do you know Nick Szabo?
Yeah, the pizza guy.
No, Nick Szabo not the pizza guy. He's the potentially Satoshi Nakamoto.
Okay. BTC OG.
Yeah, BTC OG,
No,
cypherpunk legend. He disappeared for 5 years or so, and he appeared now in September. Actually, last week I think.
He wants to sell his bags.
Yeah, on Twitter and starting to debate, and then Michael Saylor joined the debate, and a lot of other guys joined the debate and discussing the next
What was the debate about?
about Bitcoin Core V30 upgrade. I'm not sure what the fuck is this, but it's something related to an upgrade on Bitcoin about scalability. And he mentioned that it's very overcomplicated and they should keep things more simpler than that. And this is apparently why he joined XBack and started to chat.
Well, he really felt for it. If he like break a 5-year silence just to to debate this issue, it must be really important for him.
But did you guys have seen that movie last year on HBO, I think? About like they're trying to find out who Satoshi Nakamoto is. No?
I don't think I've seen that one, but very interesting. I don't think. How do I say this? Satoshi Nakamoto. What a cat! I don't think we're ever going to find out who he is. I don't think. I'd love to see it. I'm very curious. I have a lot of things to say on that topic, but there's a couple really good crypto pieces out there, especially on Netflix as well. I really do want to see that one.
Yeah, tell us your version of it, because
Absolutely. I think that it's how do we say this? I don't think Bitcoin was made by one single person. I think it was an organization. I think Satoshi Nakamoto is sort of how do I say it?
Like a group.
A group. Yes, I do, big time. I think that's for a lot of people. This is my personal thoughts as well. Like none of this.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, okay. I do think it's a group of people, and I do think it was because when you think about it, it's like, one guy did all of this. One guy thought about this whole thing. Like, think about all the crypto teams in Web3. Like, it's not just one guy, right? Like, there's no way. Like, it's a very interesting concept to think about. I think it's a group of people. And I think it's a very a group of people that don't want to how do I say this be heard or be seen. I think they're just really smart, and I think they created a really cool concept at the end of the day. So I'm very interested to watch that movie with Satoshi Nakamoto. So I'll be glued to the chair for that one for sure.
Okay. So anything else to add, guys, or do we wrap it up?
Maybe Adam, you had some news to share with us.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. We're pushing a lot of good development here over at Ludex. We're launching on Incentive today. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Layer 1 Incentive yet, but it's just like the name. They're incentivizing people to take actions on their network, and that's why we've chosen them. We think that there's a lot of growth to be had. And when you look at certain, Web3 ecosystems and layer ones, everybody launched on, Polygon, last year, and, it's just, finding that trend, and, we're trying to stay ahead of the curve. So, I very invite you guys to check out Incentive. That's where we'll be launching at. Not only that, we've integrated with ChainGPT. feel free to head over and check out the NFT generator as well. Make unique NFTs. Again, keeping the communities engaged. We tried to. I wanted to give some away today, but I'm not a tech guy. I'm really good at talking about it, but when it comes to coding and in doing it, I'm crap, to be honest, at the end of the day. But so we integrated with ChainGPT, guys, and we're launching on Incentive. There's going to be a ton of ways, for you guys to get involved and to earn. That's the biggest thing. We always release challenges as well on mini games. People can actually win, actual cryptocurrency. So I invite everybody just to head over to the Twitter, just give us a follow, and not only that, just stay updated. Just a couple clicks of your mouse, could be really worthwhile. So and thank you to Vic and Dimitro for having me on here. Also shout out to all the other Canadians, man. Is it ever growing? It's absolutely insane. In my part of Canada, everybody still thinks I work for Google, but when you go to Montreal and Toronto and stuff like that, it's getting big, man. It's so cool to see, and I'm really passionate about blockchain and Web3 in Canada. So guys, keep grinding and doing your thing.
Well, you've got CZ, you've got Vitalik Buterin, so
Yeah,
a lot of OGs. It's
a ton
ADA
of
project is from Canada as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of really really good development in Canada going. Well, there already has been, and a lot of and it's so weird because our country just like doesn't want to like get involved, and like from a government standpoint, like we don't want to support this, we don't want to talk about it, and it's like part of my language, like holy shit, like we have some really smart people here, that are building some really cool things, and not only that, we have some really cool people supporting these projects. So it's so cool to see. When Dimitro sent that over to me, I was like, man, I'd love to hop on a space and chat to you guys. So guys, thank you so much. It was an absolute blast today, and it is early for me, but what a day to start my day, and get on here and talk to these guys and about what I'm super passionate in. So I get blessed.
Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Yeah, no worries.
It was thank you. It was an interesting conversation. Dimitro, your closing thought.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. You brought with you from Canada, like the Canadian energy and positivity. It's very good, very nice talking to you. You're very smart, as we are, of course. Very good symbiosis here. Waiting if maybe talking in the next months, weeks. Let's see if Q4 would be the top or not, or if it's Q1, we will debate it here when it happens. Until then, we wish you good luck with Ludex AI. You're launching new stuff these days. And see you next time. Trade smart and stay safe until then.
Awesome. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much.